A brick patio shifts a backyard from forgotten grass strip into a hard-working outdoor room, and the change shows the second your boots hit the surface. I have set clay pavers over crushed limestone, ripped out failed sand beds, and re-leveled frost-heaved corners across a dozen seasons. Please like, share, and subscribe before the first brick goes down. Today I am breaking down beginner styles using real pattern names, real cut counts, and honest labor time. Running bond is where I start every first timer, because the half-brick offset forgives small layout mistakes that ruin tighter patterns. You shift each course by exactly half a brick length, usually around 4 inches on a standard modular paver. Cuts land only at the two end edges, so waste stays near 5%. I run this along straight walkways, 8 by 10 cooking zones, and tight side yards under 6 feet wide. Herringbone is the pattern I trust under car tires, heavy Weber grills, and packed dinner tables for 10. The 45-degree version interlocks so tightly that load spreads sideways across 4 bricks instead of pressing straight down into the base. Plan for roughly 15% waste from the triangle edge cuts, and rent a wet saw with a diamond blade. 90-degree herringbone cuts that waste in half and still locks beautifully. Basketweave reads as Old New England courtyard, and it forgives uneven hand-mixed joints better than any other layout I install. 2 bricks lay horizontal, the next pair lay vertical, and the rhythm repeats with 0 angled cuts across the full field. A 4x8 modular brick is mandatory here, since the math only works at a true 1:2 ratio. I set these dry over 1 inch of washed concrete sand. Pinwheel needs a half-size brick in the center, so order cut blocks ahead or split them with a brick hammer and bolster chisel. 4 full bricks rotate around that small square, forming a windmill that pulls the eye toward fire pits, bistro tables, and round planters. I pair a charcoal center against a red field for contrast that actually photographs well. Expect slower progress, around 40 square feet per careful working hour. Stack bond looks like a Tokyo courtyard, but the aligned joints create weak shear lines that crack under freeze-thaw cycles north of Zone 6. I only install it over a 4-inch compacted base of 3/4- gravel, topped with polymeric sand swept tight into the seams. Steel edge restraint along every perimeter is non-negotiable here. Pair it with creeping thyme, black Mexican beach pebble, or a thin strip of Core 10 steel trim. Circular and fan patterns demand a tapered paver kit, sold in pre-sized rings that step outward from a center medallion. Trying to cut wedges from rectangular bricks wastes 30% of your order and rarely closes the joints cleanly. I anchor the center stake, sweep an arc with a string line, and work outward ring by ring. Budget 2 full weekends for a 10-foot circle, plus extra polymeric sand for the wider outer joints. Color and border choices separate a patio that looks installed from one that looks designed. I blend 3 tones at a 60-30-10 ratio, usually a red base, a charcoal accent, and a cream highlight pulled randomly from 3 open palettes at once. A soldier course on edge frames the field and hides the plastic paver restraint underneath. In 2026, blended Flemish-style borders are dominating the patio photos coming out of design firms. Real brickwork rewards prep more than speed. So spend your first day on excavation, base depth, and a screed sand bed checked with a 4-foot level. Pick the pattern that matches your house age, your climate zone, and your honest skill with a wet saw. Sweep polymeric sand, mist it lightly, and let the joints cure 48 hours before furniture lands. Thank you for spending time here at Outdoor Haven today.